feet and the toes of this other group of kids.
Smeared peanut butter on their feet. They're licking it off.
The Woody Show.
All right, Gina Grad, what about the trending news headlines today?
Yes, sir. Well, Luigi Mangione had to be physically dragged into court yesterday in Pennsylvania. He was shackled at the waist and ankles and was yelling at the press about, quote, an insult to the intelligence of the American people. He even kept butting in while his attorney was trying to get him out of jail, and the guy kept telling him to stop talking. The judge ordered Luigi be held without bail, and the Manhattan District Attorney's Office says it'll seek a governor's warrant to try to force his extradition. Meanwhile, Luigi's family is speaking out. They said they are devastated by the arrest and think that he started spiraling after a traumatic back surgery. One of his former classmates told the New York Times that he went all MIA after having this back surgery a few months ago. And
it's probably from all the weightlifting to get that jacked.
Oh, sure,
and
yeah.
to get those abs that these women
Super
are like,
yoked.
soiling themselves
That's
over.
right.
I know.
And his roommate says his back issues were so traumatic and difficult that one basic surfing lesson left him bedridden for a week.
So, of course, I dove into some of the comments on that video where they were, bringing him out of the cop car and bringing him into the jailhouse, and he yelled at whatever he did at the press. And people were like, "This is so staged and so fake," because the press just happened to know when he was arriving and where he was arriving. Of course, they do that for all these big, high-profile cases. It's called the perp walk.
Yeah,
it's done on purpose.
They've been doing it since JFK.
Yeah. It's so orchestrated, yes, to where it's like, okay, he's going to move from this place, he's going to be arriving. If you guys need your video or your pictures for the press, of course they do that because he's on his way to court. But that whole outburst thing and everybody's like fake.
Why do dumb people think they know everything?
Yeah, and the frustrating thing is everything I see in the feed is positive for this guy. Which is insane.
And they're selling a bunch of merch.
Yeah.
Now there's Luigi merch.
But and they try to do a GoFundMe, which got shut down. But the other thing, the interesting thing is though the back surgery part, because everyone said this guy was perfectly normal, not on anybody's radar.
Yeah.
He never got in trouble, and then the past couple months just went kind of MIA.
But I don't,
There's
my
usually
guess
signs with these type of weirdos.
Well, and my guess is, people can say it's the back surgery, but what do you generally go home with after a major back surgery?
Medication.
There you go.
Drugs.
So
Drugs
we'll see what happens with that.
Paranoia with drugs. Have you ever been around a drug addict?
Indeed.
Insanely paranoid.
There's no convincing them that everything is not as they think.
And I'm sure there's something in there about claims being denied and
absolutely
dealing with all this stuff and getting the surgery and all the doctors, and I'm sure United Healthcare was on his ish list, clearly.
Which is interesting too, because his parents are really rich, so I doubt they were making a big stink, but you never know. I mean, all this stuff will come out. It always does. While Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow was playing the Monday Night Football game against the Dallas Cowboys in Texas, his $7.5 million house in Anderson Township, Ohio, was broken into. According to ABC News, one of Burrow's employees showed up to his home that night and found a bedroom window broken, and that entire room had been ransacked. According to the New York Post, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Olivia Ponton, I don't know if you guys have seen her, is the person who called 911. Apparently, she's staying there.
How do you spell her name? Olivia?
Ponton, like pontoon, but with one less O. And their relationship status isn't public or anything, but we do know that Olivia is employed by Burrow.
Yeah, she's not that great.
Really?
This chick needs a sandwich.
Didn't we hear
Holy
that?
hell!
This chick is the girlfriend of the kicker?
No, that's the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. So the other night for Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Bengals were playing, right?
Yeah.
And they kept talking about this because one of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders is the girlfriend of the kicker for the Bengals. And he had just gotten signed by the Bengals because the Bengals have had kicking issues, injuries, things like that. So this guy was just signed. And so she's on the sidelines as a Cowboys cheerleader.
Uh-oh.
And her boyfriend, meanwhile, hit, 2 kicks? 3 kicks?
No way.
Yeah, hit 3 kicks against the Cowboys. And so she's just kind of sitting there on the sideline. And they had a camera on her as they were kicking.
Yeah, what
And,
kind of
she's
facial
like-
expression is she supposed to make?
Well, she just had a smile on her face like all the other cheerleaders did.
Yeah.
It was like she was like under her breath going, "Okay, thank God." Like when he made it. All right, thank God.
Yeah.
If you're a high profile,
Praise be to God is what she said.
Oh, there you go.
a high profile athlete and you have a game, everybody knows you're at the game, and this is when all their houses get robbed. Do you not have one friend, one staff member, one anybody that you can hire for 4 hours and go, hey,
Well, yeah, Olivia.
hang out at my house?
That was
got a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
Right, but I mean,
she was there.
this is not the first time we've heard of this. It happens a lot.
Just happened to Travis
I mean, she'll
Kelce and
suck him
Patrick
right there in
Mahomes.
his track. Oh, stop him right in his track.
Stop him.
Good.
I will say, she's cute, but her boobs could use a sandwich.
What? No, I'm talking just all together. Like she is just like a beanpole.
She's very young. Well, okay, that's cool.
Also, yeah, her like, yeah.
I love
mean,
that
look,
she's
I'm not-
getting caught in friendly fire for a story about
I
her
wouldn't kick her out of my
boyfriend's house.
Batmobile for rubbing my house.
No, because Seabass was the one like, yes, and I wanted to look her up to see how what we're talking about here. She's all right.
I'll take
All right.
I'll take it.
Definitely
Okay.
good looking.
I mean, I'd do her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
bro.
that's mighty nice of you
You know
to
what I'm
throw her
saying,
bone like
She'd
that.
be so happy.
Yeah. Oh, I'd throw her a bone. You know what I'm
Be
saying?
lucky.
Yeah, she'd be lucky. She wants this.
Yeah, she wants it.
I'm sure
Yeah.
she's happy to know that.
That's right. Yeah, she wants all this.
Oh,
Oh,
her
hey,
self-esteem.
Seabass, you'll love this. Fun with accents.
Ooh.
Going back to the shooter story,
Oh, good.
the Luigi story. So one of the guys who was at the McDonald's when they came and got him, he is giving his witness testimony to the press. This guy is so Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah, so here you go. This is a witness talking about spotting the shooter at the McDonald's.
It started out almost a little bit like a joke that we thought it, or my one friend thought he looked like the shooter. He probably heard us. That surprised me. He stayed there as long as he did. From what I was told, the worker that took his order, she said his eyes and his eyebrows. She just thought it was him. It's unbelievable. I still can't hardly believe it's for real, you know?
You know?
You know?
It's like
Yeah.
their mouth is actively working against them.
No,
I don't know how
love
else to
it.
explain
Come on, how
it.
dare you?
But I'm
That
trying to
guy's-
figure out, like, how do you explain this accent to somebody?
Yes, like I'm trying to make a note.
Well, see, this guy-
on me.
See, this guy, this is
Cheater.
Altoona. This is kind of like between Pittsburgh and
Yeah.
Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
They don't
This
have
guy-
televisions or radio.
No, but I think this guy's a real split between the two.
He really is. It's a good
But
blend.
he definitely sounds, now as a guy from Pittsburgh, he sounds more Pittsburgh than he does Philadelphia.
But it's still in there.
Yeah, I mean, this guy definitely hear it one more time so
Yeah.
you can hear what I'm talking
It
about.
started out almost a little bit like a joke that we thought it, or my one friend thought he looked like the shooter. He probably heard us. That surprised me. He stayed there as long as he did.
Oh, did he stay there? Did he go over there to McDonald's?
Now,
He get a
Greg,
Big Mac, did he?
now, Greg, when you walk
He's going
in
down to McDonald's.
to the doctor to get your plastic surgery and he starts talking like this, do you stay?
He does
Nah.
talk like that, yeah.
You gotta go.
I'm going to give you Botox.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
you
the
get you
shooter.
there.
Is he the shooter?
When I was told, the worker that took his order, she said his eyes and his eyebrows. She just thought it was him. It's unbelievable. I still can't hardly believe it's for real, you
Yeah,
know?
I'm
For
freaking
real.
out.
Freaking out.
Yeah, I'm freaking out over here.
It's the strangest accent.
You were
what
just
else
about
is
to say
happening?
A guy who bought a Subaru Outback from a dealership in Utah Monday apparently wasn't very happy with the purchase because he came back later that day, demanded a refund, and even threatened to drive the car into the building if they didn't give him one. But they told him no, so Tim Dahl literally drove the Subaru Outback into the dealership while
Oh,
yelling.
is that what that was about? I saw the video.
I saw the video
Oh,
with
yeah.
no context.
while
Yeah, I
yelling,
didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, he
All I
drove
heard
it.
was the guy that did call the cops, and then the video ends.
That's why he drove it into the dealership yelling, "I told you, mother effers."
Wow.
Oh, my God.
No one was hurt, but old Tim was
Yes.
booked into jail on felony criminal mischief and reckless endangerment
So,
charges.
I have friends that work at dealerships, and I sent them the video, and they go, "Yeah, just another day at the dealership." They say that like just the wildest stuff happens
Yeah.
on a daily basis. Like they weren't even phased by that video.
That's insane.
That
No, I'm sorry.
dealerships are just a haven for weirdness.
No, there's no business that on a regular basis gets a car through.
No,
No,
I'm just
this
saying,
is
like,
over the top.
Says everybody.
Not that, but they said that just like wild stuff happens of like people like freaking out.
Yeah, we go like a total freak out.
Yeah,
going on.
big
Yeah,
purchase,
total
you know.
At the dealership.
Yeah.
at the dealership. But
Well,
yeah,
from
it's
the
weird.
follow-up news desk, followupnews.com desk. Do you remember that guy in Vegas who jumped over a bench during a sentencing hearing earlier this year?
Yeah,
and he attacked the
like
judge.
leapt at the judge.
Yeah, the female judge. Yeah. Well,
hops.
that all worked out super well for him because now he's going to prison for 26 years. However, the dude insists that he's not an evil guy and that he's just had a lot of problems since he was a kid.
But did you see the full video from that? Because a lot of time
they'll cut it.
Stuff that was cut where just the guy leaping over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, she fell out of the chair.
You have to say with the beginning part of the video, he gets to make a statement before she sentences him, right?
Yeah.
And he's up there and he's going, "Well, ma'am,
really changed."
and he's like, he's got kind of a smile on his face because I just kind of felt like I've been running into a hard time and, blah, 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 blah. But man, I am changed. And he's saying all these lovely things and things that you could tell that just are he's just trying to make
say
it
whatever.
Textbook, what you say.
And then as soon as she goes, "Well, based on your record, sir," and he's like, "Oh, F that." And that's when he freaks out and he's screaming and yelling.
Oh, hell
so it was
no.
like, it took everything he had to make that statement.
It was almost
all
as if he
flowery
was full
and-
of crap.
Yeah, weird.
I think so.
Yeah, he tried it. He immediately went back to who he actually is. So he'll be up for parole sometime in the 2050s.
Oh, babe.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on, Woody.
All right. Thank you very much, Dina Grad.
You got it.
Got some more Woody Show. It's coming up for you next. Don't go anywhere.